What's going on, YouTube? I told y'all I was gonna react to the post game, see what they had to say, see what adjustments they gonna make and shit like that. But hey man, we got a game 7. Thank you, Adam Silver, man. Finally giving us a game 7 to increase the viewership and the ratings, man. But hey, let's see what Ant and
you guys are facing
Jamal Murray. I want to hear what Jokic got to say too. MPJ been having a terrible slump this whole series. Hopefully we can get him too. But as you gonna see what they got to say.
in here, like, what do you think led to just the response that you guys had tonight?
Shit, we got Mike Conley back. That was it.
What does he bring to the table that just means so much to you guys?
I mean, 3 for 6 from 3, 13 points, just efficient. You know, he always gonna make the right play.
This team does seem to have a toughness about it that whenever you're down, you pick yourselves back up. What do you think leads to that?
Guys just believing in themselves. I think the last 3 games we was all down on ourselves, like just trying to point the finger, blame somebody. And then I think today, before the game, the coaches, the whole staff, like they did a great job of putting a clip together as far as like the plays that we made, the 2 games that we won against these guys, and everybody like started to believe after that little edit that they put together. And I can tell the energy shifted after that little edit. So that was big time. I told them that was big time putting the edit together.
And coming into this game, how did you approach it? Like, what were you thinking that you needed to do in this game coming into it?
Me individually, just shoot it every chance I get. Honestly, yeah. I don't think I shot it enough. I'm looking at it. I only shot 17 times, but we won, so I don't care. But yeah, just shoot it every chance I get. Cause last game they took the ball out of my hands.
I was gonna ask about the
he
other.
can't be saying this in the post games, bro. Now they really gonna trap this dude. Like he just be giving away the game plan, bro. Like I'm gonna shoot it every time I get it.
Cause last game they took the ball out of my hands.
I was gonna ask about the other guys who then got a lot of shots. I think between you, Rudy, and Kat, I think you guys were 16 to 35 together, and you got a lot of help from everybody else. How did you see that come together?
Bro, Jaden played great tonight. He took 10 shots and had 21.
Damn.
Yeah, he was fantastic tonight. Yeah, for sure. Big shout out to him. He's the X factor of the team. I think everybody knows it. When he plays well, we win. I don't know the percentages, but I mean, I feel like when Jaden plays well, can't nobody beat us. So I mean,
facts.
Him playing like that tonight, it was crazy.
And what's the difference between you bringing the ball up and Mike or somebody else bringing the ball up and you being on the wing? Does your mindset change? How does it work?
I mean, it's a big difference. I mean, because last game I was trying to get people involved and be aggressive. But when Mike playing, I don't have to worry about getting people involved. That's his job. So, yeah, tonight it was no getting people involved for me. I don't think I had that many assists tonight. Yeah. Oh, I had 4, so I did what I needed to do.
And was hoping to get your early thoughts on Sunday. You know, they call it the 2 greatest words in sports, Game 7, with a 1-game opportunity to knock out the defending champs. Just how do you look at it?
Go home.
Like you said, they're the defending champs. So it's gonna be super tough. They're home. They're at the crib. They fans is crazy. It's gonna be super loud. But I mean, I feel like as a competitor, it's like one of the best feelings in the world. I've never played a Game 7 on the road, but all my playoff experiences on the road has been like super fun because nobody's on your side. So I can just imagine how this game will be and like the fans. So I'm super pumped for it. Like I'm super happy. I'm ready to play it.
I'm ready to watch. That's gonna be fun.
Try not to get high on these moments as far as blowing them out tonight, going to that Game 7, just to carry it over.
I mean, I wouldn't. It's hard not to get high, I would say, but I think that's a good question. I think it's just you got to understand that we was here. We won 2 games in Denver, and then came here and got spanked the next 3 games in a row. So I think it should be easy for us now to understand, like, just because we beat these guys don't mean that we're going to beat them again. We got to come out and play with the same level of aggression. And if we do that, we'll be successful.
And you
going down? Oh, I'm feeling good. Yeah.
He just shook that off, bro. I don't think I included that in the video, but he had landed wrong and it looked scary. I think it was like, you know what I'm saying, on his tailbone or something, but this nigga's tough, bro. It was one of the, I think it was a Pacers game, bro. This nigga he rolled his ankle, and then he came back. He got injured again, and he came back again. Then he got the game-winning block and hit his head on the damn back. Like, this nigga's so different, bro.
I'm feeling good. Yeah. My tailbone pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was pretty much gonna be my question. Just what was the moment, like for you, just being on the ground, like you were there for a minute, the crowd hushed, your teammates crowded around you. Were you just trying to gather yourself, gather sort of like the shock of the moment?
Yeah, I mean, I fell pretty hard. And I'm used to falling like that in football when I got on pads and stuff, so I'm well protected. I didn't have any pads on tonight, so I felt that one for sure. So yeah, I mean, it took some time for me to get used to the pain, but I'm good now.
And talk about the decision to put Karl Anthony Towns on Jokic, and how do you think that impact?
He's been guarding him. He's been guarding him the whole series. Yeah, he's been doing an outstanding job the whole series. Yeah, that's always been a matchup. Every time we come out, Cat is on Jokic.
Outstanding. I'll say subpar. I'll say decent. Outstanding is crazy because that nigga had 40-something. Yeah.
It wasn't new today. I think the main thing today was his ass stayed out of foul trouble like I told him in the Phoenix series. That was all that was. Yeah, I mean.
Can't blame Cat, man. Referees can easily control the outcome of the game. It just depends on who's reffing that day. Cat can play great defense and they'll call a foul just because refs could have money on the game, bro. This shit really be rigged for real. It never be the player's fault. Like, sometimes there's blatant, obvious fouls, but sometimes you can tell when the refs are out to get them, bro.
I cussed him out every chance I get, bro. Stop fucking fouling. I think you guys see it. Like, if Cat don't foul, we pretty much can win the game every time. And tonight, I mean, he had 3 fouls, but he only had 3. He didn't have 5. So I told him today, like, we thankful that you didn't foul, because if you foul, we lose. Because you the best matchup we got for Jokic. Like, you do the best job on him. You know what I mean? We coming to double, but you do the best job standing up to his first dribble. And he did that tonight, man. He only took 10 shots. We counted on him making the right play. This morning, we was all on him, like, bro, you got to make the right play. We're going to play off of you in the post tonight. Like, they have no matchup. Mm-hmm. And he did an outstanding job of just making that easy pass. And when they don't double, he was aggressive. And
I like that.
Yeah, man, Cat played great tonight on both sides of the ball.
And you talked about the frustration after the 3 games. Was that a new experience for this group in terms of being low in big-time games like this? And is there, like, growth and kind of a maturity that comes with coming out?
I mean, honestly, man, I don't think we was low. I mean, from hearing the guys throughout the gym and shoot around before Game 5, before this game, nobody was, like, down on themselves, pretty much. I think we always believed that we could compete with this team. And it showed tonight. I mean, it showed tonight, man. We played great as a team.
Everyone knows you can score. What kind of pride, or how did you embrace the challenge of checking, guarding Jamal as much as you did?
It's what I look forward to. I think I don't know how long ago I said I want to be the best player on both sides of the ball in the NBA. And like I told her, I think it was probably 2 years ago. It's something that I've been working on, and it always comes with being in shape. And it seems like towards the end of the season, I always tend to get in my best shape, and I wasn't tired at all chasing him around and following him everywhere he went and contesting all his shots. And he's a great player, man, and I feel like I did a good job tonight.
Did you really tell the locker room staffer in Denver you were going to be back for
Hell
Game 7?
Yeah. They know. I was in there. Yeah, I told them. I said, I'll see y'all for Game 7.
That's cold. That's cold, man. That's cold. That's cold-blooded. All right, Jamal, what you got to say, man? What you sipping on, man? That boo-boo juice. Because that's how you play tonight, buddy.
27-2 run in the first quarter. It seemed like you guys were fueling their break a little bit with some of the turnovers, but also just missing shots. How much do you kind of attribute to you guys not executing your offense at the standard you needed to versus sort of just missing stuff that you feel like you can make in Game 7?
Yeah, I mean, we know we're going to make shots. I felt like we generated, especially in the first half, we generated some really good looks, me, even myself, but I think it's just both ends. I think, from experience, Game 6, it's always the hardest. Everybody that team is gearing up to not get eliminated, and they bring that right energy, and they came to play today. So, just like how they punked us in game 2, we punked them game 3 and 4. They punked us again in game 6. So now all that's behind us, and it's just come down to one game.
Jamal, can you pinpoint, where this kind of went off the rails for you guys? I mean, I know you guys started 9-2 and then you gave up a run immediately there. But was there a certain point where it went off the rails, or, was it just one of those games for you guys?
I'm not really sure. I'll have to go back and rewatch it, man. But I think it was 9-2 for us to start the quarter. We came out right, and then they fired back, and we never responded. So I would say there probably in the first quarter. Even though we knew that we could cut the lead, we didn't do anything about it or change anything. And not game plan wise, but energy and discipline wise, we didn't change anything to shift the momentum in our favor.
How difficult did Anthony Edwards make it for you when he was checking you?
I mean, who? For me?
Yeah.
For me?
Man, why you trying to have a little ego? You heard this nigga, bro. Ant was locking that ass up. That's why you went 4 for 18. You trash, nigga.
For you when he was checking you?
I mean, who? For me?
Yeah.
For me?
Yeah, for you.
I mean, it was more about my elbow at that point. Every time, even some passes.
Here you go with these excuses.
My elbow at that point, every time, even some passes, my arm. But it was more offensively for him. It wasn't him guarding me. He was scoring at the other end, and scoring at a great rate. And then on top of that, Mike Conley, McDaniels had a great game. I think everybody on their team kind of just brought their game today, and we weren't able to defend them and keep them out of our paint or get them off the line. So yeah, we just gotta be better.
Jamal, you mentioned your elbow. That happened pretty early, first, second play of the game. So how, challenging was that? And then you had ice at the end of the game. And so what's your concern level going into Sunday?
I'm just, we got 2 days off, and it's all behind us now. I just gotta get ready and be able to be better for Sunday. Yeah, we just gotta be better for Sunday, man.
I hope you lose.
Defending champs, you were never pushed to the brink last year. What is your kind of thoughts on a Game 7 you've seen to relish in those kind of moments as you think about it now?
I mean, that's why we fought for home court. We were down 0-2 in the series, and we won 3 games straight. We knew that they're gonna respond eventually, and they did tonight. And we didn't hit back. We didn't do anything about it. It's kind of simple as that. So it's nice that we'll get to regroup, and at least we've given ourselves a chance to win the game on Sunday. So we'll use the home court advantage to our advantage, and try to keep this thing going.
Jamal, it seems that blowouts don't really carry over and mean anything in the next game. So what's the level of confidence this team has that in Game 7 you'll be able to approach that with a fresh new vision?
I think they carry over even more. I think, when you get beat like we did in Game 2, we carry that over and respond in the right way. And then when we beat them, they responded, and they responded in a big way. So I think it's all about the mindset. Now all that's behind us. All those games that we're talking about, it's all behind us, and now it's just Sunday. Who wins those 48 minutes, and how we can do that.
Jamal, what do you want to see your team do when you guys aren't making shots? What do you need to get
Gotta
to?
Defend. We just gotta be more physical. On our spots. Early help. Rotating, communicating. I think that's the biggest thing. Every game during the season, you're gonna struggle offensively. But can you stop the other team from scoring when you're doing so? So I think that's our biggest challenge, man. Is just getting stops and runouts, and just playing at our pace that we want to play at. So. Like I said, they had it today. I want to take no credit from Minnesota. They came to play. They brought that energy, and they used the home crowd to their advantage. They all shot. Felt like they all shot well. So, like I said, all that's behind us. Just gotta get ready for Sunday.
Jamal, real quick, with that play with the elbow, was that you like hitting the screen or was it a landing?
It was a screen.
Okay. And did it feel better throughout the course of the game at least, or was it pretty much there?
Clearly not. I put some like numbing cream on it just so I didn't have to feel it every time I extended. Sure. But like I said, man, everybody gets hurt. Ant just got hurt gameplay, and so it was just the fact that I was shooting the ball, and that's what I do most. So I was never really get into my rhythm again, and my team obviously needed me to tonight, and I didn't. So it's disappointing. I'm disappointed in myself for not being able to give them the right production that I know I can. So.
Does it feel like the kind of stinger that just with the 2 days off, you feel like you can get over?
I mean, I hope. Yeah. I hope for our team's sake. I hope for my team's sake that I can get it right. So.
Jamal, how are you going to be preparing? How are you going to be spending the next 3 days? And do you think you guys will be watching these games or just forget about them and kind of start with a blank slate, so to speak? And
no, we got to watch it. Got to watch the games. Got to, own it. We know we didn't play our best, but, that's a sneak peek of what we're going to get Sunday, right? So I think everybody's being locked in and just owning the negativity, man. Like, we played terrible. I played terrible. Own it. And let's use that to come out in front of home fans and play the right way. So we're gonna learn from that film for sure and be better.
Is there gonna be pressure or?
You gotta go. Thanks, Jamal. Appreciate it. No pressure, man. We're just it comes down to one game and who's gonna play better that day.
And I pray that the Wolves play better that day, man. Oh man, Ant-Man, do it for us, please, man. Oh, Jokic, they got Jokic. What you gotta say, Yo? What you gotta say, Yo? What you gotta say, man? Jamal, we heard what your 4 for 18 trash shooting ass said, man. What do you have to say, Mr. Jokic? Oh, Jaden. We got Jaden. We'll probably listen to... I got to hear Jokic first. Where is Jokic? All right, let me see what this nigga got to say.
No.
Real quick. Before I even see what was... Oh, yeah. We not going to talk about Reggie Jackson just ran a complete Tony Snell stat line today. Let me see. Reggie Jackson 0 for 6, 0 for 1, zeros all across the board. Jokic, you went 9 for 19, 0 for 4, 22, 9 and 2, mid game for an MVP. You're supposed to have a double every game at your size. But yeah, let's see what you got to say for yourself, man.
Nikola, how do you guys just kind of watch a game like this away when, just kind of nothing goes right for you and everything goes right for them?
I think we shouldn't. I think we need to sink in. Like, it's a great loss. They beat us, they destroy us, and we should learn it. And you need to give them respect. They came out and actually we had a 9-2 score, right? Fun. Didn't look good for them in that period,
Nigga said we destroyed them.
But since then it was a one-team show, so I'm gonna take this as a great loss.
Well, and Nikola, that end, I guess I saw online because I wasn't paying that close attention. Did you stand the entire fourth quarter, and what was sort of the thought behind that?
Just to be warm so I can lift after.
This is in native language, Nikola. Prvo čestitam za uručenje MVP nagrade na prošloj utakmici.
All right, buddy. We got
fenomenalno, možda da li to bilo tvojih najboljih utakmica ikada, a evo da kažem kako si doživio ovu i neka mi se čini da su bile oscilacije, neka kad smo se bojali da ćete izgubiti, vi ste pobedili, kad smo mislili da sigurno ćete pobediti, niste pobedili.
Pa da, sigurno ova serija je jedna interesantna, pre početka sam rekao da će biti interesantna.
Come on, bro.
Mislim od te tako.
I don't understand. All right, here we go. Back to normal.
Mislim brojke govore samo tako da nemamo mi tu šta da dodamo.
Nikola, talking to people around the team, they say the only difference they ever noticed from you in the playoffs is just maybe a little more focus. I guess, do you do anything special to make sure you're mentally as sharp as you can be?
No, I prepare for the game like every other game. I think I know all the calls, all the plays. For me, it's just another game.
And were you always able to treat every game the same, or is that something that from childhood on?
Maybe not from childhood, but since I came in the league and I'm gonna say like my fourth, fifth year, when I had my like minutes and I know what I'm gonna do, and then I know my place first, and then start learning about their other teams' plays, actions.
Nikola, you have experience winning Game 7s, playing in Game 7s.
Big
what are you
yam on your
expecting
face, nigga.
in terms of atmosphere, and how do you win in those situations?
I mean, it can go one way or another. I think that's why this series is interesting, because every team can win and lose, and like depends how the game's gonna open up. When you think about it, basically the only kind of interesting game was Game 1 when we lost, when it was like kind of close. Game 2 they blow us out. The Game 4 we blow them out. Game 5 so basically, hopefully we're gonna blow them up in Saturday, Sunday. So it's gonna be interesting, I think.
Nikola, was there anything different about the way they doubled you tonight compared to the rest of the series?
Yes, they didn't double me last couple games, so they doubled me today. But I think we created good shots most of the time, so we just didn't knock them down.
Nikola, možda nepotrebno pitanje, ali da li će možda sve biti na tome koliko igrači žele?
Bro, I want to hear this dude get angry.
Normalno,
about it.
I know he's salty.
Sometimes
I know he's salty down low key, bro. He just don't want to show it.
Nikola, you mentioned the good looks, and Coach talked about it, but he said maybe sometimes you were settling and there wasn't enough rebounding help or rebounders. So how much of it is that those are good shots, they just didn't go in? And
I mean, yes, it's not like we had tons of good shots. They're amazing. They're a really good defensive team. They're number one defense in the NBA for sure, for a reason. And but we show ourselves that we can create good ones, and we can beat that team. So there is a good quote in Serbian, but I don't know how to translate about the shot. I'm gonna try to remember for next this session.
What?
Nikola, you...
The shot. I'm gonna try to remember quote in Serbian, but there is a good quote in Serbian, but I don't know how to translate about the shot. I'm gonna try to remember for next this session.
Nikola, you said this was a great loss. Can you just elaborate on what that means? Like, what do you mean by it being a great loss?
It's a great, they beat our ass. They were better than us in every segment of the game, and we need to accept it. Take it, and just try to be better next time. When you lose by 45, it's not like something happens every day. So just accept it. I'm cool with it. Hey, pleasure like always, guys.
Pleasure like always, guys.
When you lose
right,
by
what Jaden
45,
had to say, man.
It's not like something.
Go.
Best defender,
Jaden,
best perimeter defender right here, man.
How did it feel to kind of finally see some shots go through and come through the way that you did when this team needed you the most?
It felt good. I mean, just not wanting to go home was a big factor for me today, and just trying to do whatever I could to help my team.
How do you navigate kind of through a game as shots start falling? Does the confidence just rise, and seeing those first couple go down, did that help you kind of really build on it?
Yeah, I would say I get more confidence as the shots go in, but it's just staying even keel, even if I miss like a couple in a row, just knowing that I'm capable of making shots and just keeping that confidence instilled in myself.
Jaden, Ant just told us about a film edit that the coaching staff showed you guys prior to the game where you got to see how well you guys looked in the wins against Denver, and he thought that it lifted the group, your confidence, your spirits. What effect did it have on you, and what was how effective of a move was that from the coaches?
It was like kind of a hype video. I mean, it had a good effect on it, just showing like that we were able to compete with these guys, and like we've done it before, like we've won games. So just being able to see that and just trying to recreate the things we've seen on the video, like they showed the trap, me and the kill trapping Jamal, and just us getting on them fast breaks, playing like Timberwolves basketball. So just it was a good video. I think it was a great idea from them.
Nice.
You guys were down 9-2, called timeout, and kind of reiterated, turnovers, transition. But Finch said a turning point was when you hit that three. You'd missed one of your first shots was a three, same place. How did it feel, and did you feel like things begin to shift after you hit that shot?
Yeah, a little bit. Just staying confident in it, and I just knew like I missed one earlier in the same spot, so just really locking in on the shot, and then just kind of having a short-term memory, not worrying about like the last misses and stuff like that. So.
Does it feel like you played these guys 10 times?
Yeah, it feels like this like the 30th time for real, but hey, this is what you got to do to win, so I'm for it.
Like that, Jaden.
Jaden, just how big was Mike tonight? Ant said pretty much getting him back was a difference.
Yeah, I would say Mike's always good to us, whether he's running the show. But tonight you see he was aggressive, and like that's the Mike we need, just making shots and then just making the other team guard all of us. So we're so versatile, and I just say Mike being himself really.
Jaden, it looked like in Game 5 that they had just solved your defense, that they had figured it out and knew exactly where to attack. What do you think was the difference tonight in allowing you guys to get back to where you were at the start of the series and all season long?
I'll probably say our activity and just like when we would go trap Jokic, how we would trap him, just like the physicality and the intensity and like our defense of just, you see they got a bunch of like offensive rebounds, but on the catch, like on the kickouts, we was right there. It's like in sync with them. So just flying around and keeping that defensive intensity throughout the game.
What are your early thoughts on the opportunity ahead of you? One game on the road, Game 7, with a chance to beat the champs.
Nothing really, just kind of try and recreate this game we had today and just do whatever we can to win. I mean, it's our last go-around with this team, so just try and show who the better team is.
Any other questions for Jaden?
Thank y'all.
Great, man. That was great. Hey, man, that's going to wrap up all the interviews and things like that. Wolves in 7, baby. Let's go, man. Hey, I'm going to catch y'all in the next one, and I'm out.